Hello, I'm Sondra Barrett, and I've written a book called Secrets of Your Cells. And in this book, there's a description of exercises called logging on, based on ancient QiGong exercises. It's a practice that you can embody your energy and embody your cells. And one of the times that I was really doing this and anchoring my feet onto the earth and connecting to heaven, I thought, I'm really logging on to all the energy of the universe. And so I'm going to teach you that practice now, because many people have emailed me, where are the movements so they can see them instead of only reading them. So here we have an opportunity to see them and do them together. So the first thing is the posture. Posture, you're rooting into earth. Your feet are connected to earth. And one of the reasons I call it logging on is it allows you to connect to all the energies of the universe, to the earth, to heaven, and to your cells and yourself. So our feet are solid on the earth, parallel to each other, a shoulder distance apart. Your knees are slightly bent, butt is tucked under, shoulders are relaxed, and then you can imagine as if there's a cord connecting your head to heaven, and that's holding your chin parallel to earth so that you're really in an upright, soft stance. And then the final part of the posture is something called the inner smile. So feel where your tongue is in your mouth, and now move the tip of your tongue behind your teeth on your upper palate. That's your inner smile. That closes the chi circuit. It creates more saliva and gets the immune system working. So you only might remember the inner smile. It's easy to do when you're driving, the inner smile. So that's a stance called standing home or alignment. So we're now rooted on earth. The first actual movement is something called rooting and spiraling. Hands are on your hips, and again, throughout the exercises, your shoulders are parallel. Our tendency is to want to be belly dancers and be like this when we do this exercise, but we really want to keep our head parallel, our shoulders parallel, inner smile, and you're loosening your lower back. The lower back in your spinal cord is what releases what's called the parasympathetic nervous system, the nerves and the cells that give you relaxation, remove the stress. And then we change direction. And you might find that one direction is a whole lot easier than the other. This is not as easy in this direction for me as the other one. It helps you tune in, become really aware of your body. I find that I can stand in line and do little ones if I'm waiting at the bank, or if I'm sitting in a seat in the movie. You may find all kinds of ways to do rooting and spiraling. Energy moves in a spiral, so we're moving in a spiral as well. The next movement is called opening to breath. Hands are lower than the belly. In the Chinese system, the belly, about 2 fingers lower than the belly button, is called a dantian. It's one of the cauldrons where qi is stored. Here's one, the heart's another, and Shen, spirit, is another. But we're going to focus on this. So opening to breath, we're bringing qi into the belly. Hands, shoulders relaxed. Actually, when you do the movements, think of yourself as sea anemones or water creatures, so you're always rounded, soft. Back of the hands together, and we're moving curtains. We're opening the belly to more qi and more breath. And then palms face each other, relax your elbows, and back to center. So inhale, exhale, coming back, so that your breath would be leading the movement as long as your inhale and then your natural exhale. And I wouldn't, as you're first learning, I wouldn't worry about the breathing, just breathe naturally. The next one is called an energy wash, and hands are to the side, they're cupped, and then slowly bring your hands up over your head and let this energy flow out of your fingertips and fill your body with all this wonderful energy. Your cells are drinking it all in. And one of the benefits of this particular exercise is that you can use it to wash out any negative thoughts, any negativity. Remember when I first started teaching these around the country, and I'd be really nervous before I'd get in front of an audience of a couple hundred. I'd go into the bathroom and do a couple of energy washes to just calm myself down. So with QiGong, some of the practices, a lot of it is movement, meditation, and imagery. So you could be imagining that you're lifting up golden clear energy and you're pouring that into your body. And if you feel energy and you come to a place where you don't feel anything, it often means it's stuck there. So just keep your hands in that place for a little bit and you feel it, or learn to feel it. And the next movement is almost a mirror image of it. It's called sipping qi. Hands to the belly, cupped, and we're bringing our hands up to our lips as if we're going to sip some qi out of our hands, and then over the sides. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. And when we do QiGong or Tai Chi, we're really thinking that we're fluid, water creatures, sea anemones. Think rounded rather than angular. And the next movement is called wing waves, and it's not in the book, but it's fun to do. We imagine we're birds. QiGong actually comes from the ancient shaman in China. And it's said that the shaman were watching animal movements and used these movements to help people heal their joints when they were achy and getting old. So this is an easy one to remember. You might even feel like your whole body wants to move. And the next one is similar. It's called the core wave. And if you've seen Tai Chi, you've seen this one done because it's a basic movement. Tai Chi, by the way, comes from QiGong. QiGong is much older than Tai Chi, but we're more familiar with Tai Chi in this country. And you could probably feel this in your back, and you might see that you really want to, I really want to move with this, and I want to move up and down with this. Allow your body to take you where it needs to go. So with this movement, it's real easy to get your whole body and imagine your whole body being filled with qi. You can feel your the back move. Your arms are only going up to about here and down. The tendency is sometimes to want to go way above your head. We don't want to do that. One of the ideas with QiGong is no stress. And you might see that you only want to do the one movement, and that's okay. We're cultivating our energy and our awareness. And the next movement is called the heart-thymus wave. Heart-thymus, arms to the same place as core wave. We stretch them out to the side, flex our wrists back, and look over one shoulder. And then bring your arms back to center and do the opposite side. And this is the only movement where there's a stretch. So what this does is open the heart. It opens the thymus. The thymus is the regulator of the immune system. So we're strengthening our center. So if you feel a cold coming on, it's a good one to do with the heart thymus. And an extra added attraction, if you really feel that cold, tap your thymus. Now, sometimes this movement for some of you may be too tiring. So if it's too tiring, go down in between each movement, rather than keeping your arms up the whole time. And the final movement in this sequence is called the integration move. One hand is down below the belly, palm facing the earth, the other facing on your side. And we're lifting our arms up to above our head. They face each other. And now the arm that went up out the side is down the center. They've changed placement, if you will. This is one you have to get your mind out of the way and let your body learn it. Took me weeks to learn this, but now I see everybody gets it almost the first time. And this is equivalent to alternate nostril breathing in yoga. It's said to help balance the hemispheres, right and left hemisphere, the two aspects of our brain. Balances the chi. And then bring your hands together in a prayer position. I always say we're zip-locking the chi into the belly. You always want to anchor. You want to close the circuits and step out and embrace all the chi you've generated. And you could stand here as long as you want, feeling the chi, or come back to center and start your day. Thank you for doing this with me.